All righty. Welcome, everybody. It's TNT Power Hour tonight, Thursday, June 11th. Thank you all for joining us. So glad you're here along with us. And the TNT Power Hour brought to you every single week by none other than the three amigos, my man Dennis Robbins, myself, Big Lloyd Dotson, and my man Jay Scott. I want to thank you all for joining us here tonight. So happy that you're on and wanting to learn all about cryptocurrency and how you too can explode your cryptocurrency profits through trading, even if you're a newbie. As I said, Thursday night turn up, where we come to you live each and every week, talk about what a great opportunity you have here. And then we also introduce a special guest each week live, a special member guest to talk about their experience with the program, with the community, with everything that we're going to be sharing with you. So I want you to sit back for the next 60 minutes here. That's why we call it a power hour. And just take in everything that we're talking about. And when we're done, all right, someone shared this link with you. Someone got you here on this. If you're watching it live, we want to thank you for joining us. Make sure you get back to them because they're going to have something special they're going to be able to share with you. And that is 2 hours free training. But unlike most things that are free, this actually has value. So I want you to stick around. I want you to get back to that person. If you're watching this on replay, someone shared the video link with you, do the same thing. Make sure you get back to that person. So without further ado, again, we want to welcome you to Thursday Night Turn Up, hosted by the three amigos, and we're so happy you are here. Each and every week, we want to present to you what we think is a fantastic opportunity, but not only from us telling you about it, but also from people that are members that are actually utilizing the program, utilizing the training, and utilizing all the tools that they have available to them as part of this opportunity. So TNT, the three amigos, we're proud to present, all right? And at this point, my man Dennis, what are we proud to present, Dennis? Okay, Dennis.
I got this.
Jay.
Go ahead, Jay.
Dennis.
You haven't been here in a while, Jay. Come on.
Absolutely. Jay has a full-time job that keeps him
Cookies and milk. Cookies and milk.
Cookies and milk. Absolutely. Absolutely. I want to stop sharing for 1 second. All right. So guys, if you're watching this live, hey, we're regular people just like you, but each and every night, all right, when we do this on a Thursday night, we always do a theme. And tonight's theme is what? Sorry, guys, I had to get the camera on you.
Cookies and milk.
Cookies and milk. Absolutely. Milk and cookies. All right?
And because these are homemade. They're right out of the oven.
Awesome. The bottom line is, why are we saying milk and cookies, cookies and milk? Because nothing could be sweeter, all right, than what we're about to show you in the next 60 minutes. And the truth is, all right, that nothing could be easier, right, than cookies and milk, milk and cookies, and actually learning to trade cryptocurrency. And a lot of people always confuse it and think it's complex, but it's not. So this week's theme, yes, is milk and cookies. We hope you enjoy. If you're watching this live, make sure you go out and get yourself some milk and cookies because we're about to share something that is absolutely going to blow you away. It's absolutely savory, and ultimately, it's also successful. So let me go back into sharing here real quick. And then what I want you to also do, guys, is Dennis, my man, what are we actually presenting as the three amigos tonight?
We are going to talk about iCoinPro, watch this, 2020.
iCoinPro 2020?
Yes.
And Jay, why are we saying iCoinPro 2020, my man?
Because it's been revised and it's all brand new.
All brand new, absolutely. 2020 is our latest update here on iCoinPro. And the reason we say that is because many people out there, if you're looking for opportunities online, many people see so many programs basically come and go so quickly. And we're very proud to say that we've been around for many, many years. And I'll share the history here in a little bit, but 2020 is our latest version, revamp, as well as new tools, so much more stuff. And we're going to get into that here in a little bit. and tell you exactly what iCoinPro is, why we're so excited about 2020, and not only just us telling you, but we have a special guest tonight. Do we not, Dennis?
We do.
Yeah.
And are we going to reveal?
Not yet. Not
Okay.
yet. Okay.
Okay.
Because
I can't see her then.
I almost slipped up.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We can't see her. Don't look, anybody.
Right, absolutely. So iCoinPro 2020, many of you are watching, all right? And one of the things that I get excited about, and we'll save it, is each and every week, I basically hit people with a money hammer, because everyday people are able to do everyday profits. Now, I know it's not the most proper grammar thing, but the truth is, that's how it works. And when we celebrate, especially in our groups and all like that, and I'll do it again tonight, celebrate people's accomplishments through learning how to trade and being part of this community. One of the things I love to do is have people share their successes and hit them with a money hammer. And we'll do that in a little bit. You guys will see what I mean. So again, if you're watching this on live, just get back to the person that shared the link with you. Talk to them about getting involved with iCoinPro 2020, the community and everything we do, the training, the tools, the education, and the list goes on, honestly. If you're watching this on replay videos, do the same thing. Someone had to share a link with you to get you to watch this. So what exactly is iCoinPro? Because again, if we're going on and on about this, a lot of people want to know, and it's simply this. iCoinPro was founded in 2017. Now, I talked about that earlier. Hard to believe, guys, right? We're over 3 years old now.
3 years, baby.
Absolutely. It's crazy. And it was founded by two good friends of mine, Paul D'Souza, right there from South Africa, and my other friend, Justin Clark, okay, they're from Florida. And iCoinPro is a complete training and education program for Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. The thing that we fully understood back then, because I was the first founding member, they are the founders, was we wanted to basically find a way to help share, educate people about this up and coming, even though it had been around basically for, at that time, it had been around for 7 years, Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. And so this entire thing was to, in the beginning, just to educate people, to give them an education about this alternative, if you will, to alternative to money. And that is all it was started back in 2017. Previous to that, there were talks before that about what type, how would it take shape, what it would do, etc. And here in 2020, I'm actually blown away by what it's morphed into, all the education, training, tools, and everything that's now available. Because back then, I mean, we really were rubbing sticks together to try to start a fire. So what is iCoinPro? If we continue, it's not just an education and training platform anymore. That's a very important part of it. But what iCoinPro also is the micro profit system. And the micro profit system is a step-by-step system for profiting daily from the cryptocurrency markets. And that's the exciting part, because just like trading stocks, or just like trading bonds, basically, or trading Forex, the cryptocurrency market is extremely active. One of the reasons it's extremely active, like the Forex, is it's a 24/7 market. Now, what's also great, iCoinPro includes the micro profit system, which is a step-by-step system for profiting daily from cryptocurrency markets. So it's a system that we teach, okay, to people through iCoinPro, the micro profit system. It's also our one-of-a-kind, no one else has this, and this is why people are so excited about this, one-of-a-kind Trade Finder app. And again, this is just so amazing on how far we've come in such a short period of time, because Dennis, Jay,
Yes.
you guys were there a little bit after the start, okay? A few months after we kind of kicked this off. We used to basically draw up trades in the dirt, basically, right?
Well, pretty much, yeah. It was smoke signals and the whole bit.
Right?
It took some time, too.
It was labor intensive.
Yeah,
absolutely. So now one of the things that people kind of take for granted now is how easy it is to be notified of potential trades. Right, Dennis?
It's funny you should mention that, Big, because I just happen to have the key that unlocks that whole process. You want to see it?
Well, before we do, anytime we show
Well,
anything in our back office, we have to do one thing.
yes,
So
very
all
true.
of you out there watching, again, all right, before we bring out anything that has to do with trades or success or anything like that, before we hit people with the money hammer, all right, we're talking about trading. We're talking about money. We're talking about opportunities. And when we do, we're talking about markets, we have to give you a disclaimer. And we're adamant about this because, again, we want people to understand that we're talking about a very legitimate way for you to take control of your future financially, learning how to trade cryptocurrency and learning how to do it profitably, right? Again, everyday people making everyday profits, okay? So what I'm going to do, Dennis, I'm going to go back and let me share for everyone watching, okay, that disclaimer so that you can go into your radio voice there, right?
I do my thing.
Okay, so if we go on to the next slide, there we go, my man.
All
Take
right.
it over.
iCoinPro disclaimer. iCoinPro and its trainers provide informational service only and are not responsible for any investments made applying this information. The results described are for illustration purposes only and are not guarantees of future income. Any investment contains risk and is 100% the responsibility of the investor to assess the risk rewards involved. It is possible to lose some or all of your investment. We assume no liability assumed or implied for your application of the information shared from the training programs.
That is awesome. And simply what that says is, again, any investment out there contains risk. That's exactly why we want to educate, train people, give them the tools, but ultimately you're pulling the trigger. Ultimately, you have full responsibility of your success or failure. If I go on to the next slide, but you wanted to show them something first, right, Dennis?
Well, we talked about it. We can't tease them and then not follow
Because
up.
suddenly I can't share the next slide. Does that mean you took over control, my man?
I did not, but I can.
Oh.
Watch this.
So what Dennis wants to do is, rather than
soon as
us talking
I did.
about, right? Rather than us talking about, before you do, Dennis, let me just
Go
have
ahead.
them understand why iCoinPro is so successful. And the reason we did the disclaimer is because we want you to actually see real live. So Dennis is going to actually share his back office, because we can show screenshots all we want, but it's always better to show live. We talk about, again, showing is better than talking, even though we love to talk, absolutely. But I think one of the main things why this has been so successful for so many people is because there are 4 pillars of a successful system for profiting from any market. Now that can be, again, I have a background in Wall Street. That can be stocks, that can be bonds, that can be Forex, and it certainly can be cryptocurrency. But in order to have a successful system, and that's the key, those people that do well follow a system. They have a system in place, right? So that no matter what the markets do, they can take advantage of it. And this is no different. The very first thing that you have to have is a strategy. And that's exactly what we teach you. We basically educate you and train you on not only what cryptocurrencies are, but what the micro profit system is and how you go about utilizing it to the best of your advantage. But the system is what you have to learn, that strategy, that micro profit system strategy. And we'll talk about what that is here in a little bit. The other is technology. And again, we've poured large amounts of money back into the technology, as I said, coming from writing up, drawing up those trades in the dirt, basically with sticks, to what's available now is absolutely amazing. And that means that the bulk of money that, from the company is going back into continuing to make technology better and available, hence iCoinPro 2020. I think one of the most amazing things that make a system even more profitable in any market is a community that's supportive to help people along the way, not only in the beginning, but even when you've moved past that beginner or newbie phase. And the support is certainly there in our community. And I think that makes a big, big difference. And we'll talk about it. And Dennis is going to share some of those things, why people love our forum. And I think the final thing is longevity. people having confidence that this system, right, is going to be around for a long time, that this community, that this company is going to be around for a long time. So we're proud to say, you know, our third year, but we don't see this stopping anytime soon. In fact, as we continue to grow and our numbers continue to grow globally, and that's the great thing about this, we are a strategy-driven, technology-oriented, community-sharing, long-lasting company that is appealing to people globally. So it doesn't matter where you are in the world, you're going to have the opportunity to be able to utilize the micro profit system, the trade finder, the community, and know that the company is going to be here for a long time. So with that setup, my man, Dennis, how is that, so that you can start to share some of what the actual back office looks like for people out there?
That was so cool. And speaking of technology,
yeah, do that so I can munch on my milk and cookies here. I'll have to mute myself because the crunch.
Yeah, and it's a heads up. I've got a storm coming in. I hope I don't get lost. Yeah, it's that time of year, you know.
Yeah. All right, so go ahead and take over, my
So here we go. This is the gateway into my back office, and I find I have to move you out of the way just a little bit. There we go. This is so simple. This is cool. And there we are. We are in my back office. Home, iCoinPro training, contact manager. That's your team as you build. Genealogy, all the stuff up and down. The forum where I have, well, we'll get to the forum here in a second. Safe links. Safe links are really cool. Let me show you safe links. Safe links. We actually provide cleared, clean points to go and hit all of the different exchanges. That is way cool. You know, and all of this cool stuff. So what's one of the really cool things that we like to talk about when we're talking about the back office and stuff? I know. Trade Finder, you're muted. Okay, you're not paying any attention to me. You're eating. You're munching on your cookies. Trade Finder, and earlier there was nothing here, but yes, now we have good stuff. This is available at the all access level. It's unfortunate that it's not available at lower entry points. But having said that, without the education and
exactly, Dennis, I was going to say it's very fortunate.
Well, it's a cool thing to have, but you got to have the knowledge base to be able to make it work for you.
Right. We talked about that earlier.
And that's one thing that we've learned through the years.
Yep.
Is this really works when all of the strategies come together and you apply these, and I use it daily. This is a part of my not just daily routine, but hour by hour. If I don't have something going on, if I'm in a trade and I'm not working something else, I'm back here. And it's not just one. There happens to be 8 different tools
now,
here.
For those that are looking, Dennis, again, because we're going to have a lot of people that haven't seen this before. What you're seeing here is all of the tools that are available when you're at the highest membership level, and we'll go over that in a little bit.
That's right.
We're membership levels, but you have the ability to tap in, and this is basically running live 24/7. All right. So this technology is tapped into the different markets. There, look at the different exchanges. Basically, you have Binance, you have Binance.us, Bittrex, Coinbase Pro, Poloniex. The bottom line is it covers most everyone in the world, and you have the ability, as Dennis is showing you, to also break down based on your searches, your currency pairs, all of that. Now, if this is foreign to you as you're looking at it, we totally understand, but you're educated on all of this and how to go about utilizing it.
Yeah.
Yep. Because the trade finder, the trade finder is nothing more than a tool that makes your trading easier. It does not make the trades for you. Here's the thing that we always want people to understand. Your money is your money. You are responsible for that. What we've done is just educate and provide tools and training and a community and a strategy, all that, that makes it easier for a person to trade cryptocurrency. So we point out, the Trade Finder points out potential trades that could happen, all right? Potential trades. And as we move into the different parts of the Trade Finder and what Dennis is showing you, this happens to be the Buddy Coin Crawler. This is the favorite of a lot of people, especially in active markets like we have now. And again, it's just to show you that this is active and live. Now, what this means to you is just more opportunities, okay, that the technology is going to point out to you. We have the MACD tracker, basically, okay? We have the Fear and Greed Index, which is a 30,000-foot view to let you know essentially what the markets are kind of feeling. Right now, they're kind of neutral, right? But many times, again, all depends, and we teach you that in the training, in the education, okay? We have the oversold index, basically, that, again, from a history standpoint, lets us know when it might be a good time to be looking at potential trades. And when I say potential trades, that's exactly what they are, okay? They're not an actual trade until you go through and you do your training and you go through your checklist. All of that's taught to you. And then you just have these tools. That's what technology is there for, right? To make it easier for you to pull the trigger on that potential trade. And so it's fantastic when you showed that. Dennis, I'm going to let you talk about this because I know that you're extremely active. So are other people, in part that I talked about the 4 pillars of success. So we have the strategy, the micro profit system. I talked about strategy. We have the technology. So you just showed them the Trade Finder app. Okay. Then what was the third? Do you remember, Jay? What was the third of the 4?
Sorry, I was muted.
It was
the Trade Finder
community.
The cross-platform community.
Yay! Okay, that is what we call our forum, is our community, and it's awesome. You know, people look at it, and I know it shows me disconnected because I haven't played there in a while. It's got a timer on it, but this is so awesome.
And this is brand new, by the way.
Oh,
this is
well, it's got a new update to it. Yeah, chat box. I'm disconnected right now because you got to keep your activity up or it times you out. And it's cool. You can see, I'm not going to go through the processing.
Right.
Justin Clark, he was mentioned earlier. Justin Clark. Who is that guy? Why is Justin Clark in here all the time? Because he cares. This is his baby, and he is in here constantly. People ask questions and get training, and he shares analysis every morning between 6 and 7. It's an amazing tool for us, and it's available to us all at the what we call all enchilada, but the all access level. Right. And then we have this section that you're looking at right now is really brand new. This was added a couple 3 weeks ago. These are highlights, very active subject lines that have popped up, and we capture that. And Paul says, well, I happen to like this one. So on 2 June, there was a lengthy discussion on what coin to add next to the watch list. Introduce yourself is up all the time because we have a constant influx of new folks. Keeping the trade journal. I was very active in this particular discussion because I do keep one. And so that there was a lot of really good things going on with that discussion. I actually, that reminds me, I owe a guy an answer and I need to do that.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So the forum, for all of those looking at it,
while you're talking, I'm going to scroll.
Yeah, it gives people an opportunity to go in for different posts and get support. And again, we have a very robust Facebook group, but the forum is your friend. That's where you want to go in. as a paid member. We'll talk about the membership levels and basically get all kinds of help in there, including, like Dennis was showing you, the chat box and things like that. You know, our meetups, a lot of people have trading buddies, things like that. So there's that community support. So we're going to come out of that, Dennis, basically. I want to thank you for sharing for everyone. We could, I know what happens with you. You get dialed in and you got to get kind of lost there because
there was
trades.
one particular, yeah, you're right.
But I want to show people, I want to show
Calendar,
people,
right?
just real quick, go back to the trade finder and click. And so I want to show them a little color before we come back in, because that'll lead right back into the presentation I'm doing. A little color. Click that Binance and go straight to the Binance app itself, basically.
You want to see Binance. Let's just go do that on link.
So this is all direct links. So
hot links.
Yep, hot links, basically, where you can go directly from that potential alert straight in once you have this. And again, we teach you how to set all this up, all right? But basically, if a potential trade is alerted, you can go through the hot link, go through your checklist that you're taught in the strategy, and all of that is taught to you, how to get up and running, how to get started again. And the reason I bring this up is because if you're looking at this for the first time, it all looks confusing, which is exactly why in the revamp, okay, we broke it out the way that we did to have people basically come in at the different levels so that they can have more success. And it's proving its worth that way, to basically have people do the education and training and move up in levels. We like to basically call them the 3 L's, where people learn first, right? They basically, you know, then move into a position of leadership where they're in the forum, they're asking questions, they're helping other people. And then the 3rd L basically is level up, where they move to that top level. Not that you have to, but at that top level, you have all the education, training tools, everything available. And the reason I wanted you to bring that up, Dennis, is because I'm going to have you stop sharing. We're going to go back to the presentation. And that way, my man Jay can actually talk about those different levels, okay? And like I said, that's why we've been successful. That's why we continue to be successful. That's why people come in, right? And so again, if you're watching this live, go back to the person that shared this with you, get their link. They're going to be able to give you a free crypto training link. It's not going to cost you anything to basically go through 2 hours of training, and it's valuable training. A lot of people have given great feedback on it, that it is absolutely valuable. And that's available from the person. If you're watching this on video, same thing. Get back to the person, get that link from them. It's going to make a world of difference and help you understand how outward giving we are in the training and stuff like that. So before I let Jay kind of share that, what I thought we'd do, Jay, Dennis, is why don't we kind of go over proof progress results. One of the things that in the Facebook group that I'm in quite a bit, and the Facebook group is open to everyone in the public because we don't have anything to hide. We want people to see these real proof results, and they're not just coming from the people that have been there from the beginning. They're coming from newbies also and all like that. So I coined a phrase that I like to call proof progress results, basically. As I said, it's better to show than it is to talk about it. So in the Facebook group, Sunshine Miller posted here, good morning, ICP family. Woke up at 2 a.m. with one of my alerts going off, was able to pick up these 3 trades between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. Go back to sleep, Sunshine. Well, she does. Was back to sleep by 4:30 a.m. with a smile on my face. How cool is that? Only an iCoinPro. And you can see right here, one trade was a 0.52, one was a 0.7, one was a 0.97. This should give you a clue why we call it the micro profit system, because we are not trying to hit home runs. We are actively trying to positively, and again, this is profitability here, engage and find micro profits, all right? And lock in those micro profits. My man, Zach, the lumberjack, Zach and I joke all the time as big guys, but these crypto markets could be so difficult to figure out if you don't have the right education. Thankfully, iCoinPro has taught me exactly what to look for. Check out these great opportunities the market gave us this morning. Now, you're going to learn why, you know, these little arrows are placed here, right? And again, I'm not going to get away, but you're going to, after a while, once you've been with us for a month or two, you're going to know exactly what these 3 arrows mean, because we reiterate it all the time. And finally, my man Daniel Pickering, who was on with us live last week and shared some of his results, but here in the Facebook group, he popped in another awesome day in the life of an iCoinPro MPS trader. And yes, at some point, you'll be able to anoint yourself, like the Pope there, as an MPS trader. No special skills or complex training involved. And as you can see there, he did a 1.52, looks like, back on April 21st. And there are plenty more, all right? And we'll be updating these slides here in the next couple of weeks, because there's just, especially in the last couple of weeks with the volatility, it's been a great trading environment for a lot of people, especially with the micro profit system. So without further ado, what I want to do is I want to introduce you to our live guest tonight, who is also a member, and I want her to share her story. I want her to share her, not only results, I want her to share her journey, if you will. And it has not been a long journey, but it's one of those where if you're thinking about getting back to the person that shared this link with you, and you're wondering how long it takes to see results, how long it takes to get dialed in, well, what better person to do that than someone who hasn't been with us for years, who hasn't been with us even a year, and share her story. So what I wanted to do tonight was, okay, before I let Jay talk about what's new with iCoinPro, I want to go ahead and introduce our live guest tonight, and that's none other than Laurie Stuart Gay. So I'm going to basically have her come out. I'm going to stop sharing, okay? And I'm going to have Laurie come out, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So we're going to basically shoot the back and forth. We're going to basically eat our cookies and drink our milk and tell a little bedtime story about her experience so far. And I will let you know, okay, that this is not scripted. So when I ask her the questions, I want her just to give us real answers. And that way it just comes off the top of her head, so that she can give you real life experience. So I'm going to go ahead and unmute you, Laurie. I'm going to unmute you, Laurie. There we go. Laurie, how we doing?
Good. How are you?
You're on the TNT Power Hour.
That's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. So Laurie, I know it takes a little bit, takes about 30 minutes for us to get to the point where we introduce our guests, because there's so much to talk about with iCoinPro. And let me just come out and ask you. So just tell everyone out there basically who you are, how you got introduced to iCoinPro. But before you do that, just give them a little background on, where you're from, what you do for a real living, if you will, and then get to that question of how you got introduced to iCoinPro.
Sure. So my name is Laurie Stuart Gay, and I live in Knoxville, Tennessee. I just moved up here about 5 years ago from Florida, so I'm a little bit out of my realm up here.
Okay.
But I am an accountant by trade. Been self-employed accountant for 27 years now. I still do have.
Oh, I bet you're so much fun at parties, Laurie. So an accountant, all right? Now, I did not know that, but that's one other great reason for people to go, oh, is iCoinPro legitimate? So accountant by trade. Go ahead, Laurie.
Yes. Yeah, I'm an accountant and a tax preparer, and I enjoy working on the computer. It was actually a year ago that a friend of mine, he introduced me to iCoinPro, January of 2019. And at first, it was a bit overwhelming to me, but then once I got in there, I went ahead and, got the full access package, because that's all that was available then.
Right.
So I went through, the back office training step, one at a time, got my certificates and so forth. And I, was trading. I was doing okay with it, I wasn't doing it full time. But I was following the system and making profits and keeping track of it, in a journal and on the tracking sheet that's available back there.
Yep.
And, just kind of got busy with other things, and I'm busy with my accounting and tax returns and household and everything. So you know, I really didn't think of it as a career path.
Right.
And I don't know, just I wound up thinking more about it, you know, this year, like in March, February and March. I was like, you know, I really need to get back into that, you know. So I've been reviewing again, going back through the training, and I've been trading every day since. And I, you know, keep track. I have 2 monitors here. That's why I'm kind of going back.
Right. I know. Exactly. Yeah, me too. I went on the laptop tonight because I looked at some of the old episodes of TNT and I was doing the same thing. Oh, wait, where's the, and then Dennis was always over there trading. So
Yeah.
absolutely.
So,
So now it's interesting. You started to say a career path. So then you started to trade more and more. What was the catalyst that basically made you come back to it, if you will, and really kind of embrace the fact that you could do this on a daily basis?
Right. I think the thing for me is, you know, getting older too, is I want my money to work for me not to work so hard for my money.
Right.
You know, so that's why I'm kind of transitioning into this. And you know, not only do we have access to the compound calculator to see what is possible if we stay consistent with it, but as an accountant, I like spreadsheets. I have a spreadsheet on my computer, you know, and then I keep my little
show them that journal. That's
day
right.
by day. And, you know, there are some days that I can't, you know, I had visitors, you know, here for a few days. I got to have surgery tomorrow, but I'll pick back up, and I'm on track right now and on goal to make a specific amount by the end of the year, you know.
Right. Right.
So if you stay consistent, be persistent about it, all the tools are here, you know, in the back office. And the trade finder it's awesome. You know, just every morning, the first thing I do, get on my computer, you know, after my personal stuff, get on my computer, go to the forum and see what Justin has to say. His morning market analysis is the bomb.
Yep.
And then open up Trade Finder, you know, check out what's going on, check on Bitcoin, see what Granddaddy Coin is doing.
Oh, absolutely. Got to know what the Mac Daddy's doing. Yep.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. So now, when you say you do that, okay, is that because it's what we teach? And secondary to that, is that because the light bulb finally went off that this system, right, has certain things on a checklist that you kind of have to do? You know?
Yeah. The light bulb did go off for me.
Right, absolutely. So now, one of the things you said, you like spreadsheets, okay? And you know that we love to have people share successes in the group and all. And like I said, not only the disclaimer, but we also, again, we do that not to have people brag, but to show that it doesn't matter your background. So one of the things that you have that a lot of people don't have is, you know, numbers, right? But let me ask you this question. Even though you have an accounting background, were you ever a trader before?
No, I was not. Last year when my friend introduced me and he even mentioned Bitcoin, I was like, what? I heard that on an episode years ago of Big Bang Theory.
Right. Yes, the geeks.
I knew nothing about it.
Right.
And what was so cool is, you know, you get back there into the training and it tells you where Bitcoin even came from, you know, like the birth of Bitcoin. And
yeah, some of those old videos that Paul and I did, we're going to update those. but the history of money. Yeah, absolutely. And the history of Bitcoin. Absolutely. Yeah. It's fascinating. But from that, the reason I asked that is because obviously you, being an accountant, you probably had 401ks and, you know, mutual funds and things like that, but you weren't an active stock trader.
No.
Okay. And you weren't an active Forex or anything like that.
No.
Right. So the reason I'm asking that is someone will look here and go, oh yeah, but the reason she can do it is because she's an accountant. She knows numbers. So do you think that knowing numbers is the reason that the strategy is successful, or is it because of the way the strategy is laid out and the tools that you have access to?
Yeah, it's the way it's laid out and the tools that you do have access to, definitely. Yeah, I knew nothing about the stock market or any other than, you know, my clients giving me, you know, their statements and, you know, but no, I had no clue on how to trade. And, you know, it's funny because now that, you know, I'm kind of in this field, you know, other companies come to you and, oh, well, let me do this for you. No way. You are not
Right.
handling my money. This
Now,
teaches you everything, you know, and it's,
so what you're saying, for those that are watching, pick up on what she said. There are a lot of companies out there that will basically say, let us trade, or our traders trade for you, and poof, they disappear. But when we say that you're responsible, you should be, right? You want to take control of your financial assets, but you also want to take control of your financial future. And so at no point does iCoinPro have access to your trading accounts, correct? At no
right.
point are they able to tap in and withdraw money from your accounts?
Nope.
Okay. Because in essence, what we're doing, and I talked about it earlier, is we give you the education, training, tools, and support to be able to do that yourself.
Right.
Absolutely. So now you don't have to, but a lot of times, you know, I shared proof progress results of some other members and all like that. So, you know, I think it's fantastic, you know, that you're sharing your background, letting people, I just want people to know that, you know, in your opinion, does anyone out there to be successful with iCoinPro, if they follow the strategy, the tools, the training, all like that, get dialed into the group, do they have to have any specialized training to get dialed into iCoinPro to be able to use the education training tools?
No, no.
Okay. Do
everything-
they have to have a college degree?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
No, I mean, we have young people, you know, teenagers, you
Right.
know, high schoolers. It's so simple.
Right. Exactly. And it
It's
is.
overwhelming at first because the charts are something us newbies, you know, when we first look at it, they're scary. You
Right.
know, it's like, oh, I don't know what to do. Well, you will. It looks confusing at first, but you'll get the hang of it, you know.
Right. Absolutely. So let me ask you a final question. It's entirely up to you. Like I said, I share proof progress results and all, and we've talked about the disclaimer and all. And obviously, as an accountant, you are fully transparent, but it's entirely up to you. Would you be willing to share what your greatest one-day, either monetary or percentage return was utilizing the system, and whether that was one trade or whether multiple trades? See, and the thing is, a lot of people will go, oh, it's X percent. And if it's multiple trades, guess what? That means the systems work. Sometimes, though, you'll jump into a buddy coin crawler there. But if you do that, it's entirely up to you. But you want to share with people out there what your best one day, either percentage or dollar day was?
Well, no, I don't mind. Let me, I don't know how to really screen share.
No, you don't have to screen share. You can just tell us. And then I'll hit you with a money hammer.
Okay. Well, for instance, I mean, last week I was really busy, but June 4th, I did 0.82%, 1.11%, 1.57%, and 0.37%. I did 4 trades that day.
4 trades. Boom!
Yeah.
Absolutely. And you see the difference out there. Like I said, you know, we're not that concerned, right, Laurie, in all the training and all like that with trying to hit those home runs, right?
Right.
All right. We just want to knock off, literally, boom, hit those little micro profits with that money hammer and lock them in. All right. Now, obviously, you got to basically pay the tax man, all that type of stuff.
Right.
But that's the beauty of this. And, you know, I'm happy that you shared that because, again, it's one of those things. We're extremely transparent. All right. And it doesn't matter if you've got an accounting background. There are people, like you said, that are teenagers that are doing it. There are retirees, you know, older gentlemen like my man Dennis there. There are people, you know, full-time jobs that do it. So let me just close this out, okay? Because one of the things you said is, oh, I didn't have a lot of trade time this week or that week, etc. Is this something where people have to put in like a full-time job, you know, 15, 20, 30 hours a week to be successful at?
Oh, no, absolutely not. I mean, it's whenever you want to, whenever you have time, you know, in the middle of the night if you want. Because like you said, the market's open 24/7.
Right, absolutely. No, I thank you for that. And that's the thing that people don't understand, the beauty of this. And that's why we're so global. And you know that because you see people obviously in the forum and in the trading groups
Right.
in different parts of the world, from Australia to some of the Asian countries, to a huge South African contingent, to the US, etc. So again, those markets allow for that. And because of the extreme volatility, right, we actually welcome that, because extreme volatility especially breeds the ability to find all those potential trades. So
Right.
let me ask you one last question. I want to thank you for joining us. I want to thank you for your transparency and sharing that with people. All right. So you talk about the fact that you joined and then you kind of put it aside for a little bit, and you came back in and kind of the light bulb went off. Laurie, if you're sitting here and it's 2020 and you have the ability to jump into a time machine and go back to a year and a half ago, when the very unknown Laurie was thinking about joining iCoinPro, right? Because we now have so much more than that Laurie you got involved in. You talked about it. But if you yourself could jump in a time machine from today, go back and sit on the side of the desk there and look at that Laurie from 2019, what would you say to that Laurie based on what you know now about iCoinPro and what it's able to do?
Oh, what would I say?
See, this is what I'm telling you, folks. Not scripted. Trying to put people on the spot, but
what are you doing? Don't get busy with other things. I mean, this is it.
Right? Absolutely.
Right.
So one last question on that. When you get dialed in, what would you say it would take to kind of get up and running? Would you say it takes about a total of 20 hours, 30 hours, 40 hours of study time, implementation, things like that? Because we also want to be realistic with people, right?
Right.
But would you say it takes less than 40 hours of actual education and reading training?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what we're seeing. We're seeing about that time. Now that's spread over time, all right?
Mm-hmm.
And it'll make more sense out there for you. So Laurie, you can, you basically have spent a lot of time with us. You're more than welcome to leave us, or at the end, if you stick around, maybe we'll come back to you and have you just essentially give, a 2-minute kind of insight to the people still watching. But I want to thank you for your time. I want to thank you for, being transparent about this. And also thank you for being honest about the fact that, this is something that you rediscovered. But I think I'm probably right in saying the reason it clicked and the light bulb went off the second time around is because there was so much that changed that made it so much easier than even going back to January 2019. Am I right?
Right.
With all the training and the tools and the forum and the community. Okay. And that's why we talk about the fact that we're ever trying to improve, and that's that longevity we talk about, and we'll continue to put that money back into the technology and the training and all like that. We're not perfect. We never say we're perfect, all right? But we always want to be progressing. In fact, there's a quote out there that says, don't strive for perfection, strive for progress each and every day. And that's what we're trying to do. So Laurie, I want to thank you for tonight. Appreciate you coming on, sharing your story. Like I said, if you want to stick around, great. If not, we totally understand. And I can see my man, Jay, chomping at the bit because he wants to share, right, Jay, what these changes are, what these new updates are for 2020 again.
Yes, I do.
Thank you very much, Laurie.
Let's move along, Big.
I know, absolutely. Come on, Laurie, spoke too much. All right. Absolutely.
No, Laurie, it was great. Thank you for joining us. Thank you.
So, what is new, Jay, with iCoinPro 2020, my man?
We have new membership levels. We have a new iCoinPro marketing funnel. And we have the new fire compensation.
Ooh, I'm excited to talk about that. We're not going to go into deep detail, but you are absolutely right. So, Jay, why don't you go ahead and you take the new membership levels.
Okay.
I'll let my man Dennis talk briefly about the iCoinPro marketing funnel. And that's for people, basically, you're going to love when we talk about that, who aren't marketers but want to share the story of iCoinPro. And then I'll talk about that new fire compensation plan for people out there. And you can be compensated by iCoinPro even if you're not a paid member. We'll get into that. So my man, Jay, new membership levels for iCoinPro. What are they, my man?
Okay, so this has never been done before in any company that I have ever been in. It's a free membership. And what I mean by free membership is you can get in and learn our first technical skill, which is buy the dip and make money immediately, like within hours, if you go through it the right way. The next level is the basic level, and that's going to bring you into iCoinPro, and it's going to give you information about where Bitcoin came from, how to get in a wallet, all the information that you need for just getting you acclimated towards Bitcoin. And then the basic plus level is the $39.95, where you'll actually get you'll get one more membership or technique, and that's buy the squeeze. So now you've got buy the dip and buy the squeeze. And I made some notes here. You've got unlimited forum questions. You've got unlimited forum meetups. You can go in and get a trading buddy, and that's the one for $9.95. And then the $39.95, which is a basic plus, you get the first two strategies, the squeeze and the dip. You get your profit and loss tracking sheet, your profit and loss with fees calculators, your compound calculator, returns calculator. You get your weekly video training. The weekly video training is great because Paul comes on and Justin comes on, or they'll highlight one of our members that they'll go through how they're trading, what they're doing. But it's always different, and it's on a weekly basis. And then you get your advanced training service series, and you get Coin Watch, where we talk about what coins are looking, how they're doing, and which ones maybe you should look at to get a profit on.
Absolutely beautiful. And again, I think that the thing that's extremely popular now is that not only do we give you all of this in that $99.95 month group, but there also is that 3-month pass where we give you a discount.
Yeah, that's
and that's
cool.
Fantastic. And it's extremely popular because people certainly want a discount, and there's access to that. So Jay, thank you for highlighting some of those. I'm going to basically go into this and have Dennis quickly let people understand our iCoinPro marketing funnel. Right, Dennis? And you're excited because Jay started to touch on that. It's one way that we can give away that free training, right, Dennis?
That's correct. And how do we do that? Well, I'm not sharing my screen at this particular time, but I happen to know that guy that does this, and it's pretty cool. Yes, there's the free training, about 2 hours, a little more than 2 hours of training to all pre-enrollees. It kind of gets your fire going, gets your juices flowing, and it makes you want more. And with that process, and it's almost, well, we are talking about marketing here.
Yes.
So with marketing, you know, everybody wants to know, well, what about follow-ups? we do that for you. Hello. 90 days worth of emails out of pocket. You know, that comes from the program. It's all pre-designed to keep your folks in touch, and reaches out, touches them, and keeps them interested over that 90-day period. It's pretty cool. Oh, the Powerline marketing system. Oh, now this is where Big and I really have a lot of fun with this one. You ready to show the Powerline?
Not before we tell them all the other stuff.
But I want to do the Powerline.
I know, but you're absolutely right. I mean, there's
complete. Okay, I'll finish it up. I'm just, I'm ready. I want the Powerline.
I'm trying to buy time to eat some of my cookie, man. Go ahead.
All right, I got you. My bride told me I had to go easy on the cookies tonight. I had a big dinner. Complete social marketing training. And what that is there is a suite of 8 modules that actually breaks this down step by step, that teaches our folks social media marketing. It is so cool. And can I talk about the bootcamp coming up very briefly?
Yeah, absolutely. The idea is you know, what Dennis is sharing is the idea is that if you love iCoinPro as far as the trading and the training and all like that, but you're not much of a marketer, you know, we do have people, you know, including moi and others that will help you understand how to spread that word and basically give you that opportunity. And people are absolutely loving and eating it up. And as Dennis said, you know, upcoming marketing boot camp, all those things, again, no extra cost, you know, no things like that. And one of the things that that people absolutely love, Dennis, is
there
this,
we go.
yeah,
Yes,
is this
my
giveaway.
In this process is you click the button at the bottom of the screen, or if you're watching this later on, you get back with the folks that introduced you to this, and you ask them for Justin's link. And what it is this video that gives you about he says a 1 minute. I think it's closer to 2.
That's just the introduction to the 2 hour. Yes,
that's true. But this is that marketing funnel that has been so powerful for us. It's been so successful since March, the end of March, around the 22nd, 23rd of March, when this thing kicked off. The results of this have been awesome.
Absolutely. And this is just simply the ability. So if you get the link from someone, because you're watching this live, you're going to end up seeing this as a sign up. When you do that, essentially you're going to then be taken to that almost 2 hour training. And then you'll start to receive those follow-ups, because the idea is we want you to get value first, but then we also want to drip on you to eventually have you join us. And the reason we want you to join us, Dennis, is because we have this thing that not many other people have called the power line. And a lot of people are introduced to it and don't understand how it works. So I'm going to spend just a less than 90 seconds, less than 2 minutes explaining it and how powerful it is. And that's why we call it the power line. All right. So basically, let's say that I joined as a paid member today, and at the same time, Susie, Aaron, Bill, my man Dennis, Steve, and Peter, they also joined as free members, right? Not my link. They could be anyone's link. As people come in, they come in all over. But because I joined first, all these people are potentially below me in the power line. All right. So how the power line works is this. Like I said, I've activated, okay? And bottom line is my man Jay, now Susie, all these others, including Dennis, have not become paid members. They have not leveled up yet. Jay likes what he sees in the free training. He goes through it. He's like, you know what? I'm going to level up. So Jay becomes a paid member. He pays his membership. And if he does that each and every week on Wednesday by 12 a.m., you get the opportunity. We send out a reminder email about the fact that today's cutoff day, and it gives you an opportunity to jump those people that haven't taken action. Earlier, we talked about the 3 L's, right? Learning, leadership, and leveling up. And so in this case, basically, Jay wants to take advantage of jumping up the power line, okay? And what happens, though, is Dennis says, you know what? I think I want to take advantage. So Dennis now becomes a paid member. And because he was in the power line before Jay, here's what happens. Dennis gets to jump up, okay, above Susie, all right? And then Jay gets to jump up above also and take Aaron's place because they took no action. And so what this looks like now is Big's a paid member, all right? Dennis is now a paid member, and Jay is a paid member, and they have jumped to the top of this power line above all these other people that did not take action over and above the free training. Now, why is that important? Because there are all types of ways to earn from the power line. But before I get into that, okay, I have to give you an iCoinPro earnings and income disclaimer. And that is simply that we make every effort to ensure that we accurately represent these products and services and their potential for income. Earning and income statements made by our company and its customers are estimates of what we think you can possibly earn. There is no guarantee that you will make these levels of income, and you accept the risk that the earnings and income statements differ by individual. As with any business, okay, your results may vary and will be based on your individual capacity, your business experience, your expertise, and your level of desire to be successful. The testimonials given in this presentation are from affiliates. They were not paid to endorse the company though, but they do earn compensation from selling the product to customers and also new affiliates who choose to sell the product as well on their teams. That's that power line. How friggin' cool is that? Okay. So that leads me right into the fire compensation plan, and listen for the next, 2 minutes here, because this is something that no one else is doing. Okay. So for 2020, we implemented this fire compensation plan, and FIRE stands for Fast Increasing Rewards Engine, which powers our new plan. That's the power line we're talking about. The more you refer, the more you earn. Sounds simple, right? Except listen, we do something entirely different. Unlike most companies out there who pay basically their business volume and breakage of that business volume goes to the company, we pay on the dollar, so we have no hidden business volume breakage to the company. What does that mean to you? Okay, that means that the commissions start at 50% for every single referral. So do the math. If someone that you refer comes in at the $39.95 level, you're going to receive 50% of that as a commission for every referral. If they come in at $9.95, if they come in at $99.95, okay? The company also does something that's pretty unique. There is an up to 100% check match on your personal referrals, binary checks. So let's say that I personally referred Dennis, who upgraded, and I personally referred Jay, who upgraded. Those are my personal referrals. Now, if Dennis and Jay go out and they refer people, right, using their link, then I would get a 100% check match on their referrals because they are part of my team. Extremely, extremely unique. All right. Yeah, but you have to be a big producer, or you have to be at the highest level big in order to get that. No, no, no. This is what's so amazing. Because even if you are not at any level, even if you are a free member, but you pay for the affiliate, right? Okay. You do not have to pay anything in order to participate in the compensation plan. And let me clarify that. No purchase is required to earn commissions. Whoa. All right. Now, if you want to utilize the marketing system, then you become an affiliate by simply paying $20 to access that new marketing funnel system, back office, the drip campaigns, the contact information. All right. But you can earn in iCoinPro even as a free member. Now, again, that's why we're calling it FIRE, okay? No purchase required to earn commissions, all right? If you want to become an affiliate and use the marketing system, it's a one-time $20. Now, again, that's why it's so popular. So crazy, crazy stuff. And there's so much more I can't even get into. In fact, if you get the link from the person, you get that free training. In the back office, you'll see the whole explanation of all the different compensations that come into this FIRE compensation plan. It is fantastic. So Dennis, Jay, I had to quickly end it there because we have spent our 60 minutes, my man.
Yep. Well, that's the fastest hour of the week.
Right? It goes by like that, you know?
Just like that.
Bam, bam, just like that. Now, how fantastic, Jay, how fantastic was our guest tonight, Laurie?
Oh, Laurie's
Laurie, you know, I've been watching Laurie for a while in the forum, and I've talked to her, and she's awesome. She's amazing. She's down to earth, and, you know, she's got it covered. She's been killing it in the marketing. In fact, maybe we should ask her to hold up her limited edition iCoinPro t-shirt that she won for recruiting.
Did you have it?
Hang on. Oh, she's still around.
There she is, yeah.
You guys, where's your t-shirt?
Laurie, where's your t-shirt at?
I'm here. I actually have not gotten it in the mail yet.
Oh, that's right. You're just mailing them out.
Oh,
Damn, Jay.
Yep.
Sounds something failure there.
I thought she had it. I'm sorry.
Jay, you're fired.
Okay, I'm out of here.
You're out of here.
Oh, man.
Absolutely no. Laurie, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Let's do this. Let's give you 60 seconds after this 60 minutes we've gone through. Here's your opportunity to speak to all the people out there watching either live or on replay. What would you tell those people who are sitting here going, it just sounds too good to be true? You know that old adage.
Well, it's definitely not too good to be true. What we have here is very unique. It's a great opportunity, and you don't have to have a lot of money to start. All the training's available. You know, you've got $10 to even paper trading. If you don't have no money, you can practice on paper, you know, and then start with $10 or whatever. Get familiar with it and just add some funds, you know, as you can. You know, it's simple, it's fun, it's very fun.
Right. It's fun making money.
Pretty
Absolutely.
awesome. Yep.
So Laurie, again, we thank you very much and all like that.
Thank you.
Definitely. You're sure to be coming soon. The contest just ended, Jay. Come on, my man.
Well, I thought they were ahead of the curve, you know, FedEx, overnight delivery. What can I tell
yeah,
you?
you know that supply chain is having a hard time getting deliveries out to people.
Yeah, that's true.
So let me basically just say this again. We want to thank everyone for joining us tonight. We really do appreciate it. As always, you've got an opportunity to meet us. You got a chance to meet Jay, my man. Jay, you got any famous last words here since you put your foot in your mouth there about the shirt delivery?
You know, for all the new people on, you have nothing to lose. Even if you got the free training and just went through that, you would see the value in what we have to offer here. And once you get involved in this, the community is top notch. You've got me, you've got Big, you've got Laurie, you've got Dennis. Everybody's here to grab you by the shirt tails and bring you along for the ride.
Right, absolutely. At least it's not by the underwear. My man Dennis, you have
concerned about that one.
Your famous last words here.
Oh, I'm just so glad to be here. This is so much fun. I so enjoy sharing the story of iCoinPro, and we have so many new names and faces tonight. It's pretty amazing, and to have Laurie, you know, come up, who is not only a successful trader, but now is becoming that successful marketer as well, because I get to see those things happening behind the scenes, and it's an amazing story that iCoinPro has to tell. And to be a part of that story from the beginning, oh man, there's just nothing like it. It's amazing.
Yeah, thank you for that. And it's absolutely true. One of the things I didn't go in and ask Laurie about was the marketing system, which she's now using to her benefit and all like that. So it's very happy. And again, Big Boy Dotson here, I want to thank all of you for joining us tonight with the three amigos. We are going to just say one thing to you before we take you out and hit you with the money hammer live here to close it out. And that is, go ahead and get your free crypto training link and take action now. Get back to the person that shared this live event with you, or get back to the person, if you're watching this on replay, all of them have their free crypto training link to give you. And that's basically the first step that you always take. You know, when it comes down to this whole thing, you know, I want to be able to, my man Jay and also Dennis, want to be able to have you on as our guest on one of the upcoming TNT Power Hours here in the very near future. But that's not going to happen until you actually take action, much like Laurie talked about. And you do that by taking advantage of that free crypto training. And ultimately, I want to be able to have you as a guest and be able to hit you with the money hammer, also celebrate your success, celebrate your proof progress results, and do that with a smile. And so the least you can do, get that free crypto training link from someone, get that to them, get into our Facebook group. Again, it's completely free to get into the Facebook group also. Get in that group, look around, see, it's just not myself, Dennis, and Scott. It's so many other people that are showing that they're actually having success, many for the first time ever. And I'm going to say that the bulk of them, probably 99.9%, I may be that 0.1% of all the people, you know, who basically had trading experience, but the bulk of people don't. And that's the beauty of this system. That's the beauty of the strategy. That's the beauty of the technology, the beauty of the training, the beauty of the community, and ultimately the beauty of the longevity. So on that note, Dennis, Jay, everyone, Laurie, thank you very much, everyone. Catch us next week, same time, live. We'll have on another special member guest who's going to share their story. And you know, I love doing this every week because it just shows you, right, the power of this system and the power of the community. And it's so great to be able to share people's successes each and every week. And it's not the same people. Absolutely love it. And it's only going to get better. Bye, everyone. Take care. It's been Big Lloyd Dotson, Dennis, my man Robbins, Jay, the ever smiling Scott, and we'll see you on the TNT Power Hour next week. Take care, everyone.
Good night.
Yeah,